So, I've made a mistake. I've had a bruh gamer moment. I've made a big oof. So, yesterday, something came up on my feed that was funny. I think it was from some dude that I happened to have been following, but it wasn't for any particular reason. Sometimes you just follow people because, like, you saw one funny tweet from them, and then you decide to follow them. This dude has a lot of followers, yeah. So, there was some tweet that was, so there's this account called Endless Jeopardy that just tweets, comedic, hypothetical Jeopardy, questions. So this one was, Sweden is the leading producer of this squealing diaper. And so this account I was following retweeted this tweet with the text, "Who is Notch?" And I thought this was very funny. I thought it was quite funny indeed. Because if you've looked at Notch's Twitter feed, then the stuff he says doesn't make any sense. And it really just seems like he's saying stuff like Roseanne has said, but like he's never stopped being on something, you know? Like, that's the impression you get from when you're looking at Notch's Twitter feed. So this is a very accurate depiction. I thought it was a funny, very funny, clever joke. So then, looking back on this now, I see how it was wrong. What I did in response to this tweet, so I liked it because I thought it was funny. But then in the replies, I added Notch. I added his Twitter account. Now this is a bad thing to do on Twitter. So this is embarrassing for me because I've used Twitter for years. And I should know how things work by now. And I should know the unspoken rules and stuff by now. One of the replies I got to my reply was a cropped photo of my user profile that said "Snitch Beach." And I thought that was very funny. And I retweeted that. I said this is an accurate depiction of me. But because I added Notch and did nothing else, the intent of my reply was assumed. Yes, part of the reason I made that reply was because I wanted Notch to see this joke that was made at his expense. But the other equally substantial reason that I made that reply was because I thought Notch would find it funny. And looking back on that now, I think that's really bad logic, and that's kind of stupid. But I like to think that anyone has the maturity to be able to laugh at themselves. But let's say even if Notch is mature enough to laugh at a joke like that about himself, like, there's also the chance that he would just find it to be rude, and like, why would you add me with this? I don't want to see this. This is rude. Why would you? Because so, like, that is a potential reaction. But even if there wasn't that reaction, like, his fans probably wouldn't. Not all of his fans would see it that way, right? Like, some of them would be like, "Oh my gosh, this random Twitter account that made this joke about Notch. That's so evil and disgusting. How could you say that about Notch?" Which is dumb, right? Because, like, Notch has said offensive stuff on Twitter a lot. So there's really nothing, there's nothing morally ambiguous about someone making a joke like that about him. It's just funny. It's just funny preschool It's just funny, like, third grade humor, you know? Like, it's all funny games, and it's goofs and gaffs, you know? Like, that's what that's the way I viewed it in my head. But it's very, it can just be damaging to the Twitter account that makes a joke like that if you at the person they're making the joke about. It's just kind of, even though it wasn't my intention, it's just inflammatory. Because, like, here's the thing, is even after, so what I said was, so, so this other Twitter account, that I don't follow, replied to me and said, snitch tagging, even if you mean to embarrass the person you're tagging, is not only a colossal jerk move, but it can be a safety hazard, the original poster. So I honestly wasn't thinking in terms of that when I did it. But also, like, the person, like, assumed that my intent was bad. Like, here's the thing, is my intent wasn't bad, but the result was bad, right? Because the person that made this funny joke that I thought was funny, and I didn't see anything wrong with the joke, ended up blocking me, right? Am I happy about that? No. Am I mad at the account? No. Of course not. I'm mad at myself, right? So I haven't done this on Twitter because I think apologies on Twitter are dumb. Like, it's just text, right? Like, technically it's an official communication for the person, right? But I feel like Twitter apologies are, like, superficial. And, you know what, like, the more video apologies I make, like, the less credibility I have as a person, as an online personality, right? Like, the more apologies I make, it's like, Kevin, how mature are you as a human being, right? Like, how many more mistakes are you gonna have to apologize for publicly online, right? But I honestly feel that in terms of bad things on the spectrum, I haven't done much wrong. Like, I'm probably just looking at this, like, in ways that would just make me feel better about myself as a person, right? But, like, months ago, when I said that original stuff about Notch that got me into some tea with my friends in real life or whatever, like, the stuff I said was wrong. I didn't care at the time of the stuff I said was wrong. I'll be honest about that. But here's the thing, is, like, I have no doubt that there would be people online that would agree with the things that I said, but, like, who online would believe the things that I said without already believing it themselves, right? Like, I feel like I don't have that kind of credibility online, right? Like, I like to think people don't take me that seriously, but, I mean, I don't know. I should probably give myself more credit than that. It's probably a dumb defense to that. Like, I shouldn't have said those things that I said almost months ago. And I've already apologized for that. I don't even know why I'm getting back to that. We're talking about this now. And one of the many reasons this looks so bad is because it involves Notch, right? Like, it's just full circle, right? And it's my fault. Like, if I had just not made that reply, then the person that made this joke that I found funny and liked and had no objections to in any way blocked me, right? That wouldn't have happened if I had just not made that reply. But in the end, it's the internet. People don't know me. You guys only see what I want you to see. I'm probably gonna get, like, criticism for this in the comments and the likes and dislikes, right? This is a bad look for me, which is fair. But I want to apologize to the Twitter account, alright? I'm really sorry. Probably never see this. I'm sure you don't care that much, like, I'm sure, like, the moment you blocked me, you're like, alright, I have no future concerns about this situation ever again, which is fair. But if the Twitter account ever does see this, I want them to know that I am sorry, and that I found your joke funny. And I guess, yeah, that's about it. I had no intent to cause harm to anyone when I made that reply. Not at all. And maybe you guys won't believe me. Maybe you just think I'm a pathological liar by saying that. But, and maybe that just comes off as lampshading too. Who knows? But the fact remains, I mean, it's, either way, this is what blocking is for, right? Someone intentionally or otherwise makes you feel uncomfortable online, you can block the crap out of them. And then it doesn't matter anymore. Right? I don't know. Maybe that's a bad defense too. Guys, I'm sorry. I apologize to all you guys. I most of all apologize to the Twitter account. And I'm so sick of this crap on Twitter. I'm sick of it. Unlike most people, I like using Twitter. I like seeing stuff that's funny and entertaining and amusing to me. Like, I thought that tweet was funny. I thought that retweet was really funny. It was a clever joke. It was really good. You know? But I don't like when I end up doing stuff like this, you know? But I feel like those things just don't go hand in hand, right? Like, I feel like me enjoying using Twitter is independent for me making dumb, silly mistakes like this. I really don't know what else to say. Let me guys know what you think in the comments below. I'm sorry, okay? I'm really bad at apologizing for things. Like the thing that happened with Notch like months and months ago. I apologize for that because I felt like I had to. But this time I'm apologizing because I feel it's the right thing to do, right? Like, I had no intent to cause the result that happened, and I'm really sorry for it. And I'm really sorry for what I did because that happened, you know? What I did was wrong. But I didn't know that. Otherwise I wouldn't have done it. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry this video is so long, too. I could have made this way shorter. Here's the thing. I'm not trying to get views out of this. I'm just trying to hold myself accountable, right? Like, that's the mature thing to do. If I was trying to get views out of this video, I would have put Panic at the Disco in the title. That's all I have to say. See you guys next one, I guess. Bye. Oh, sorry there was no video yesterday, too. That was a mistake.